Halloween! That one magical night of the year when adults throw dignity out the window and squeeze into Power Rangers costumes, while kids evolve into sugar-devouring gremlins. It's a night where every weird behavior you've suppressed all year suddenly becomes encouraged. But guys, let's be honest. Despite all the fun, Halloween comes with its fair share of facepalm moments. From ridiculous costumes to over-the-top decorations, this holiday is filled with some seriously head-scratching traditions. Get ready because we're diving into everything wrong with Halloween, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single hilarious moment. Sorry to interrupt, but the only trick here is not subscribing, and the treat is fixing that right now. Thanks. The candy situation is out of control. Let's kick things off with the sugar-coated elephant in the room, the candy. Every year we're expected to shell out small fortunes on candy that we won't even eat ourselves because, apparently, they're for the kids. Also, who decided fun-sized candy bars were fun? There's nothing fun about a Snickers bar that's more wrapper than chocolate. It's not Halloween. It's just a glorified candy tax. Not to mention, by the end of the night, you're either swimming in Tootsie Rolls or trying to pawn off your kid's candy haul for one decent piece of chocolate. People who give out toothbrushes. The ultimate Halloween Grinch. The person who hands out toothbrushes. Oh, you care about dental hygiene? That's cute, but read the room. It's Halloween, not a dentist conference. No one wants to open their pillowcase and find a shiny new toothbrush where there should have been a Reese's. You know what's scarier than ghosts and ghouls? The look of disappointment on a kid's face when they pull out your gift of dental responsibility. These are the same people who probably think oatmeal is a fun breakfast. Congratulations, you've made sure your house gets egged for eternity. Pumpkin carving, a messy nightmare. Pumpkin carving sounds like one of those classic Halloween traditions that'll make your Instagram feed look so fall-ready. But in reality, it's a disaster waiting to happen. First, you're elbow deep in pumpkin guts, which feels like some combination of slime and regret. Then, after hours of hard work, your pumpkin ends up looking like it melted in the sun instead of resembling the cool design you had in mind. And within 2 days, your masterpiece looks more like a moldy science project. Not to mention, you can barely walk past the thing without it collapsing in on itself. But hey, at least it's biodegradable, right? Pumpkin spice has taken over the world. It's official. We're living in a pumpkin spice dystopia, and there's no escape. Pumpkin spice lattes, candles, even pumpkin spice deodorant. Yes, that exists. It's like someone decided that for 3 months out of the year, every product must taste or smell like a mildly spiced gourd. We've reached a point where you can't walk into a store without being assaulted by the scent of cinnamon and nutmeg. Pretty soon, we'll have pumpkin spice laundry detergent and pumpkin-flavored toothpaste. It's fall overload, and at this rate, we'll be sipping pumpkin spice motor oil by next October. People who start Halloween in August. We all know that person, the one who starts decorating for Halloween the second the last firework goes off on the 4th of July. Look, we love Halloween, but putting up your skeleton before Labor Day? That's too much. By the time Halloween actually rolls around, even the decorations look tired. It's like your inflatable witches have been through a marathon. Not a marathon of fun, but of waiting. Maybe, just maybe, we can leave Halloween to, I don't know, October? Save some of that spooky enthusiasm for when the leaves actually start falling. Let's cool it with the Hallow August trend. The costumes that make no sense. Halloween used to be about witches, ghosts, and zombies, but now? It's become a costume free-for-all where people dress as literally anything. Zombie Starbucks, Frappuccino. Guys, who asked for this? Once upon a time, Halloween was about being scary. Now, it's just a chaotic mix of whatever's trendy, and honestly, it's exhausting trying to figure out what half the people at the party are supposed to be. And the worst part? They're always the ones who insist on explaining their costumes for 20 minutes. If your costume needs a TED Talk, it's not working. The battle between Halloween and Christmas. Halloween can't even enjoy its moment in the spotlight because Christmas comes barging in like an uninvited guest. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on November 1st, stores are already decking the halls with boughs of holly. Sometimes they don't even wait for Halloween to end. Can we please get through one holiday at a time? Halloween deserves to live its spooky, creepy life without being trampled by Santa's reindeer. It's not a sprint, people. It's a marathon of seasonal joy and fear. Give Halloween a chance to breathe before jingle bells start taking over. Inflatable yard decorations have gone too far. Remember when a pumpkin on the porch was all you needed for Halloween decor? Yeah, those days are long gone. Now, entire front yards are covered in inflatable skeletons, spiders, and witches, making it look like a carnival exploded on your lawn. At what point did Halloween decorations become about who can create the biggest, most ridiculous eyesore? It's not spooky. It's just an inflatable monstrosity taking up valuable lawn space. By the end of October, your yard looks like a used car dealership for haunted houses. Nothing says spooky quite like a 20-foot tall inflatable vampire looming over your driveway. Halloween social media. Overload. Thanks to social media, Halloween has turned into a competition for who can create the most picture-perfect haunted house or Instagram-worthy costume. Influencers post their coordinated family costumes, and their homes look like they've been styled by professional decorators. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just trying to keep our DIY ghost costume from falling apart. It's Halloween, not a Pinterest board. Can we just let people enjoy it without turning it into a staged photo shoot? The pressure to perform Halloween is real, and it's making the holiday feel more like a job interview for HGTV than a fun, spooky night. The mystery candy nobody likes. Ah yes, the infamous mystery candy. The stuff wrapped in plain, generic wrappers that taste like sugar-coated sadness. Every neighborhood has that one house that hands out these candies like they're doing the world a favor. No one knows where this candy comes from, and no one wants to know. It's the candy equivalent of getting socks for Christmas. No one asked for it, and no one wants it. Seriously, are you trying to clean out the attic or participate in Halloween? Because it feels like you're just offloading some old stock from the 1980s. Parents who go overboard with costumes. Halloween is supposed to be fun for the kids, but these days some parents are treating it like their own personal runway show. If your costume involves more accessories than your child's entire outfit, maybe it's time to reassess. Do we really need to see another mom in a full Wonder Woman getup with matching boots and tiara? Save some of the spotlight for the little ones. This is their night, not your red carpet moment. It's not about outshining your own kid. Nobody's handing out Oscars at your neighborhood block party, Karen. The candy corn debate rages on. Every year, like clockwork, the debate over candy corn resurfaces. Some people love it, others think it's an abomination, and both sides are incredibly passionate about it. It's basically just waxy sugar, but for some reason, it's the most controversial candy in the Halloween lineup. Why does candy corn spark more debate than actual world issues? It's like the pineapple on pizza debate, but with significantly fewer calories. And let's be honest, no one's going to change their mind. People are either die-hard candy corn fans, or they're actively campaigning for it to be banned. Group costumes are overrated? Group costumes always seem like a great idea until it's time to execute them. There's always one person who doesn't get the memo, and suddenly your perfectly planned group theme falls apart. Now you've got Iron Man standing next to a cowboy, and your whole Avengers theme is ruined. Group costumes are just a recipe for disaster and awkward group photos. It Never fails that the most uncoordinated person in the group will insist on being Captain America in sweatpants. Next time, maybe just stick to solo costumes and save yourself the inevitable frustration. Halloween playlists are the same every year. Every Halloween party has the same soundtrack: Thriller, Ghostbusters, and Monster Mash on endless repeat.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an
Don't get us wrong, Thriller is a classic, but by the 10th time in a single night, even Michael Jackson can't save the mood. And can we all agree that Monster Mash needs to be retired? It wasn't even good when it first came out, and it's certainly not getting any better with age. Also, it's hard to keep the spooky vibe going when every song makes you feel like you're at a children's party from the 1960s. Let's update the playlist, shall we? Halloween theme party, snacks that are just gross. There's always one person who takes Halloween snacks way too far. Eyeball cupcakes? Bloody punch? Do we really need every single food item to resemble human anatomy? Sometimes simple chips and dip will do the trick without making us question our life choices. Halloween is about fun, not trying to stomach cupcakes that look like they're staring back at you. If your food looks like it could double as a prop in a slasher movie, you've gone too far. Maybe next year, keep the theme on the costumes, not the cuisine. Pranks that go way too far. Halloween is prime time for pranks, but there's always someone who takes it to the extreme. Teeping a house? Classic. Setting up a booby trap in your front yard? Calm down, Jigsaw. Let's keep the pranks fun, not dangerous. Nobody wants to spend Halloween night in the ER because someone thought it would be funny to rig up an elaborate obstacle course of terror. If your prank requires more engineering than a Rube Goldberg machine, you've probably crossed the line. Maybe stick to fake spiders and spooky sound effects next time. The debate over too scary for kids. Every year, the debate resurfaces. Has Halloween gotten too scary for kids? Look, Halloween is supposed to be scary. If we keep watering it down, we might as well call it mildly unsettling season. Kids can handle more than we give them credit for, and a little jump scare never hurt anyone. Let's stop pretending that a plastic skeleton is going to cause lifelong trauma. If your kid can survive watching Frozen for the 100th time, they can handle a few spooky decorations. Toughen up. It's all in good fun. The same old costume every year. There's always that one person who wears the same costume every year. Whether it's the pirate outfit they've had since 2005 or the vampire cape they've dragged out of the closet for a decade, it's time to move on. Halloween is your chance to be creative. Don't waste it by recycling the same look. You're better than this, Brenda. It's Halloween, not a time capsule. Maybe try something new this year that doesn't involve dusting off the same tired outfit. Confusing Halloween decorations? Some Halloween decorations just make you question everything. A yard full of garden gnomes dressed as witches? An inflatable turkey next to a skeleton? What are we celebrating here? Halloween or Thanksgiving? It's like people threw all their decorations into a blender and hoped for the best. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Nothing says confusing like mixing holidays together in a display that makes your neighbors wonder if you've lost your mind. Maybe next year, stick to one theme, not a mashup of seasonal confusion. Overhyped Halloween horror movies. Every year, there's always a new scariest movie ever that turns out to be less terrifying and more tedious. The trailers promise a heart-pounding thrill ride, but what we actually get is a series of cheap jump scares and a plot so thin, you could cut it with a butter knife. Stick to the classics, people. The Exorcist still holds up, unlike that new CGI-filled snooze fest. There's only so many times a poorly animated ghost can jump out at you before you start checking your watch. Next time, maybe invest in an actual story. pumpkin-flavored everything. We've officially hit peak pumpkin madness. Pumpkin-flavored pasta, pumpkin face masks. It's like society collectively forgot that other flavors exist. Pumpkin spice has infiltrated every corner of our lives. And at this rate, we're all going to turn into pumpkins by Thanksgiving. Can we please get some variety back into our fall diets? If I have to smell one more pumpkin spice candle, I'm going to lose it. Let's take a step back and remember that other flavors exist, like, say, chocolate. Skeletons doing yoga. Why? Since when did skeletons become wellness experts? You can't walk into a Halloween store without seeing a skeleton striking a downward dog. Skeletons doing yoga, what's next? Skeletons running marathons? It's as if someone decided that flexibility was the real terror we should all be afraid of. Honestly, this trend is just confusing and needs to be laid to rest. If I wanted to feel bad about my flexibility, I'd go to a yoga class, not a Halloween display. Just give me a regular old spooky skeleton, please. So Halloween has its quirks and flaws, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? Whether you're here for the candy, costumes, or chaos, it's a holiday that never fails to entertain. So grab your overpriced pumpkin spice latte, throw on your weirdest costume, and let's keep the spooky vibes alive. And there you have it. Are you celebrating Halloween this year? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.